Sioux Sports.
The final hockey game of the season at Engelstead Arena is the deciding game in the WCHA first-round playoff series between second seed North Dakota and ninth seed Michigan Tech. Whoever wins Game 3 in this best-of-3 series goes to the Final Five in St. Paul. Will it be the Sioux or the Huskies, who rallied from a 2-0 deficit last night to win it in overtime? Good evening to you from Engelstead Arena in Grand Forks with Jim Scanlon, Pat Sweeney. Glad you're along for the final game of the season here on the Fighting Sioux Sports Network. Jim, our spotlight players for North Dakota, a man moving up to the first line, Brad Miller.
You're right, Pat. Brad Miller had, I thought last night, one of the best performances of all the Fighting Sioux players. Had a goal and assist. In his last 3 games, he's got 2 goals and 2 assists. And you're exactly right. He's moved up and he's playing with TJ Oshie and Mr. Duncan. The Sioux obviously need a big performance out of all 3 of those guys tonight.
And our spotlight player for Michigan Tech, a defenseman who has logged a lot of time in this series, Jeff Kinraid.
Pat, Jeff Kinraid, it'd be interesting if somebody kept a stopwatch just to see how much ice time this guy logs, because it seemed like he was on the ice all the time. Had a great game last night. He set up at least 2 of the power play goals. He's from Nelson, BC. Somebody the Sioux definitely got to keep an eye on. And again, he'll be on the ice a lot, especially when the Sioux have their top line on the ice.
Well, North Dakota's scoring leaders actually did not change. The top 7 scores for UND were held without a point last night, but TJ Oshie is still on top with 37, followed by Ryan Duncan with 35, Van de Velde with 30, Genoway, Bina, Chorney, and Kozek round out the top 7. Michigan Tech, Peter Rouleau, still on top with 29 points after an assist last night. Tyler Shalast had the tying goal and the overtime goal, giving him 15 for the season and 25 points. Jimmy Kerr, a goal and an assist. He and Kinraid are tied with 19 points. Defenseman Drew Dobson with 17 and Malcolm Gwillem 14. Last night in the WCHA, top seed Colorado College defeated Anchorage in overtime to sweep that series in 2 games. Denver blanked Duluth to sweep that series. St. Cloud State swept its series with Wisconsin with an overtime victory over the Badgers. And the Gophers got an overtime win at Mankato to force a 3rd game in that series tonight. So 4 of 5 games last night went to overtime. And we'll be back with our keys to the game next on the Fighting Sioux Sports Network.
You've seen HB Sound and Light vans at churches, schools, and businesses around town. Why? Because HB Sound and Light is the region's
The Huskies and the Sioux, moments away from face-off in this 3rd and deciding game to figure out which team goes to the WCHA Final Five next week. Time now for our keys to the game, brought to you by Lithium Motors of Grand Forks. And here are North Dakota's keys from assistant coach Dane Jackson. Jim.
Well, Pat, number 1, special teams. Last night they were held 0 for on the power play. They gave up two power play goals themselves. Obviously, the special teams have to be better tonight. 2, mental toughness. They have to put yesterday's game behind them. If they're anything like their coaches, hey, they're going to be game on tonight. They're going to be ready to go. And thirdly, they need to play 60 minutes, heighten the intensity and the physicality level. In other words, be more intense and play a lot more physical the entire 60 minutes.
And here are Michigan Tech's keys from head coach Jamie Russell.
Oh, same thing, special teams. He knows his special teams won in the game last night. They need to do the same thing tonight if possible. 2, take pride in the simple play. They don't have to make the fancy play. Last night their goals came on just getting the puck to the net. Got a rebound, banged it in. And thirdly, he said goaltending. And interestingly enough, he said goaltending both ways. Obviously in a Game 3 situation, goaltending is going to be important on both sides.
And the goalies will be the same as they have been in games 1 and 2. Jean-Philippe Lamoureux for North Dakota, Michael E. Teslak for Michigan Tech. And now, let's go down to public address announcer, Darren Looker.
ROTC color guard, please remain standing until the colors are retired. And now, to honor the United States of America, let's join the University of North Dakota Pride of the North Band under the direction of Mr. Robert Brooks as they lead us in the playing of the Star-Spangled Banner.
Michigan Tech is 14-19-5. North Dakota 24-9-4. Back with the start of the game on the Fighting Sioux Sports Network.
This presentation of NCAA hockey on the Fighting Sioux Sports Network is brought to you by Dahlstrom Motors. Experience the Dahlstrom difference. Other sponsors of this telecast include Acme Electric, Tool Crib of the North, American Tire, Bremer, Columbia Mall, Jarrell Sports Center and Hockey World, Greater Grand Forks Convention and Visitors Bureau, Grand Forks Welding, HB Sound and Light, Home of Economy, Hugo's Family Marketplace, Lithia Motors of Grand Forks since 1946, Italian Moon, Wendy's, PS Doors, Progressive Insurance, Quest, Subway, UND Continuing Education, UND Relations, and Whitey's Cafe, Restaurant and Bar.
Well, this is it. Game 3 in this series between Michigan Tech and North Dakota, and there will be one change on the officiating crew. Referee tonight is Todd Anderson, replacing Brian Toole. The assistant referees are still Kyle Berggren and Nathan Freeman. Jean-Philippe Lamoureux gets the call for the University of North Dakota. 23 saves last night, 1-1 in the series, 4-2 against Tech this season. And David Hackstall is the Sioux head coach in his 4th year. Last night, his first career playoff loss to Michigan Tech. Michael Lee Teslak, the junior, back in goal for the Michigan Tech Huskies. 24 saves last night. He is 2-1 against the Sioux this season. Jamie Russell, in his 5th year behind the Huskies bench, picked up his first career playoff win over the Sioux last night. And North Dakota still has a big lead in the overall series, but this season North Dakota has won 4 of the 6 meetings. North Dakota in white and Michigan Tech in black, and away we go. Matt Watkins coming in. His shot deflected by Drew Dobson. Watkins, Chris Vandevelde, Ryland Kipe on this forward line, with Joe Finley and Shea Genoway at defense. Huskies countering with their top line, Peter Rouleau, Alex Gagne, and Tyler Shalas. Mark Malikoff and Drew Dobson at defense. And Peter Rouleau intercepts and gets the Huskies out of their zone. Batting it down, Joe Finley. As the Huskies want to make a change here. Ryan Bunger, number 21, back in the Tech lineup tonight after sitting out last night. He is in for Alex Lord. Bunger directs it in. Jordan Foote now picks it up back of the net. Centers it, goes through everybody. John Kivisto has to retreat. We're a minute into the game. Jordan Foote taken down by Finley. In to get it, Shea Genoway. Ryan Angelo, number 13, keeping an eye on him in the slot. And here is Manitoba's getaway, nearly losing it, and then poking it away from Ryan Angelo before anything else happened. TJ Oshie bumped off the play as the puck sails into the seats, and we've got 18:38 to go.
Well, Pat, if that first shift is any indication, the Sioux definitely are going to be a lot more physical tonight. I counted at least 3 good solid hits. Joe Finley right off the get-go. Chris Vanderbilt had a big hit. Finley had another hit before his shift was over. So Sioux want to set the tone early, Pat.
You see, neither team has lost this season on Sunday, but someone will lose tonight. Lead pass for Andrew Kozak. He's at left wing on a line with Ryan Martins and Matt Fratton. Taylor Chorney holds it into the zone. However, Dobson clears it ahead. Martin's got a stick on it, didn't see it. Now poked back to the line for Dobson.
Now, one thing that line change does with Brad Miller now playing with Oshie and Duncan is it allows Duncan to go back on left wing, which is his natural side.
And the puck comes off the glass at a funny angle, cleared aside and out of play. And we've got 17:58 left. We want to say hello to UND junior Ashley Kuntz, who is watching these games in Moss, Norway via the internet. Ashley is studying in Norway and watching the games with students from the American College of Norway, a 7-hour time difference. So they are definitely staying up late to watch the Sioux, and we appreciate it. That's pretty humbling. They're watching on FightingSioux.com, we might add. Puck cleared aside by Alex Gagne. Stepping in now Jordan Baker, but he couldn't keep the momentum going. Loose puck in the Tech zone. Cleared by John Schwartz to center. Slapped ahead, Jake Mardo playing his 3rd straight game at left wing. Brad Malone tried to center it. It hit Zajak's stick. Darcy Zajac centering this line. The Winnipeg native. Malone lost his stick. Finley keeps it alive, but it comes right to Mike Van Wagner, the sophomore defenseman for the Huskies, and he'll flip it in as both teams make a change.
Now, Pat, we're not 3 minutes into the game, and the Sioux have gotten all 4 lines on the ice, so everybody's had a chance to be into it.
And there's the icing call, but no shots on goal yet, interestingly enough.
Well, the Tech, you can see that when the puck's deep in the Sioux end and they're establishing their forecheck, they're going into a trap. They're not forechecking anybody. They're just kind of hanging out, almost playing a 1-3-1. Obviously, that'll change when they do have an opportunity to forecheck, but they certainly know the Sioux are going to come out hard early, so they want to be as defensively conscious as possible.
Finley trying to get away from Alex Gagne, and down the ice it goes again, and once again it will come back on icing. Tyler Shalast, there's the man who brought everybody back here tonight. Tied the game on a goal with 5.5 seconds left in regulation, and then won it early in the overtime.
It's kind of the way it happened too, Pat. Here the Sioux were on the power play. Really just needed to finish off the game, kill the time, and again, credit Michigan Tech. They pulled their goalie and they had an opportunity and managed to put it in.
Gagne with Shalast in the slot, broken up by Finley, got the shot away anyway, and Gagne was stopped by Lamoureux. And the Sioux will clear it again with 16:19 to go.
So far, they don't have a shot on net. I couldn't tell if that was if Jean-Philippe got a piece of it. Here we're going to get a look at it. They had a 2-on-1 here. It was off a turnover. Joe Finley does a nice job, gets down and blocks the pass. But I believe on the rebound now, I think they did have a shot. Jean-Philippe was able to get his pad on it. Well, official shot keeper, much to the chagrin of Coach Russell, has not put a shot up.
In case you missed that Friday, Michigan Tech was credited with 0 shots on goal in the first period of their 4-0 loss to North Dakota, and only 7 shots in each of the next 2 periods. And after the game, Coach Russell said whoever was running the shots on goal board must have been on crack. Here's Chorney rounding the net, and it went right through the crease. And out of play it goes. 15:44 to go. It's a scoreless tie on the Fighting Sioux Sports Network. Derry Eads and Dane Jackson flanking David Hackstall on the North Dakota bench. We're scoreless here early in period one. Rulo turns it over to Kozak, who taps it across. Bratton puts it toward the goal, but Dobson stops it. Outside the line it comes, and Jones will get it over to the rookie, Eric Lapointe. Kozak fires it high. Hustling after it, Lapointe along with Malcolm Gwillem. And they clear it ahead. They've got a man there. Number 15, Eric Catalyst, just booms it wide. Catalyst, a freshman, has scored 10 points this season. And North Dakota will make a change, but hold on here. We got our first penalty of the game for cross-checking at 5:01, and it's against the Huskies.
Well, we're going to get our first look at a Sioux power play tonight, Pat. Again, they were held off the board last night. And certainly it's an area the coaches, I'm sure, we'll see right here, Rulo just kind of giving Kozak a little extra shot. But I'm sure there was a lot of time looking at film today and going over some things in their pregame skate.
Chorney, that hit a body on the way, and Tech clears it. And what happened?
Well, they cleared the puck from their zone into the Sioux bench.
Oh, okay. I thought it went. I lost sight of it, so it did go into the bench.
A mental mistake there. Now the faceoff comes back into their end.
Minute 49 to go on the penalty. Michigan Tech did score a short-handed goal last night. That was the tying goal. Robbie Bina looks, just whips it high. 1:37 left on the penalty time. Oshie with the one-timer, and Michael Lee Teslak makes the stop. Duncan and Van de Velde up front too, and we have another penalty here. Hooking against North Dakota.
Yeah, this one's on Duncan. Going after the puck.
So North Dakota's power play lasted exactly 32 seconds, and Duncan goes in at 5:33.
Well, the Sioux were able to get one really good chance there, Pat, when they rotated the puck to Bina. He had a lot of time, a lot of space, and he just missed the upper corner above Teslak's stick side. And then Oshie had a one-timer that Teslak made a nice save on.
So we'll play 4-on-4 here for another minute and 11 seconds. And then, barring further penalties, Tech will go on a brief power play. Gagne fires it high. Shalast in there digging for it, but Genoway comes out of there with it. Brad Miller reels it in. Here's Miller feeding it out to Genoway. Che will put it right on, and a pad save for Teslak with a couple guys crossing in front of him.
Well, nice play by Genoway, Pat. Just took a little wrist shot, got it towards the net. Again, with some traffic, you never know.
Kozak, and a glove save on that rocket by Michael Lee Teslak. We've got 37 seconds left in the 4-on-4.
Well, certainly, Pat, I think the 4-on-4 favors the Sioux. Here we're going to see Kozak just lets that big wrist shot go. Teslak got a good look at it.
3 shots on goal for the Sioux, none yet for the Huskies.
Not according to the shot chart, guys. Anyway.
Yeah, don't complain about that quote. I didn't say it. I was just repeating what Coach Russell said. Obviously not happy with that. 22 seconds left in the 4-on-4. Poke checked away there by Eric Catalyst, who sweeps in for it now. His long shot off the stick of Lamoureux. Bina trying to direct it away from Jordan Baker, and now Chorney has it for the Sioux. Wheeling in, Van de Velde. Oh, Teslak didn't see it after he made the stop. And Michigan Tech's penalty is over. They have a 30-second power play now. Shot blocked by Bina off the stick of Dobson. Van de Velde grabs it. Oh, and it did not connect with Matt Watkins. Van de Velde will shoot it in, and North Dakota will make a change.
Boy, Michigan Tech had a great opportunity there, Pat. They had a 3-on-2, and the puck carrier Dobson, instead of dropping the pass, he likes to try to take a wrist shot from way over by the boards.
5 seconds left in Duncan's penalty. And the Sioux will clear it, and that will be that. So each team 0 for 1 on the power play thus far, although they did not last the full 2 minutes. Matt Watkins overshoots Zach Jones. Shalast stops it at center. Cleared into the zone. Here's Peter Rouleau. His shot stopped by Lamoureux and cleared aside into the corner. Jimmy Kerr out there, number 19. Dangerous man last night. In the slot, Miller directed it out of there for the second, but Shalast has it now. Shalast in front, and Kerr got tripped. Bouncing puck to John Schwartz at the point. The wrist shot stopped by LaPointe. Back it comes, another shot, and that skips wide. Rouleau. TJ Oshie will throw it around. Brad Miller looking for Duncan. That was stopped at the defense by Schwartz. The other thing to consider tonight is how big of a factor stamina will be after 2 hard-fought games here, especially with TJ Oshie, who didn't practice much this week. LaPointe swings it over for Andrew Kozak from Sicamous, BC. Here's Ryan Martins, and he lost control to Mark Malakoff, the senior. Martins in there to cause trouble, takes it away, out to Genoway, big shot, deflected high. Finley down low, it gets by Matt Fratton, over to get it Malakoff. Martins again tying up there with Ryan Bunger. Fratton trying to work free. Fans want a penalty, none forthcoming as Tech gets it out of there. Kozak throws his weight into Malakoff. Genoway hustles in. Dishing off. Finley had it rolled off his stick, and it's poked out of there. Bennett Royer, number 16. He put it behind the net as Finley came over to meet him. Centering pass. And a stop here with 10:22 to go on the Fighting Sioux Sports Network.
Hard work, dedication, teamwork. These are values we all strive for, and no one demonstrates these values in our community quite like the University of North Dakota. Hi, I'm Mike Porter, President and CEO of Bremer Bank, Grand Forks. Bremer is proud of the University of North Dakota and all they've accomplished, both academically and athletically. Join Bremer in saying thanks for the excitement and the great example UND sets in our community. Bremer Bank, taking action.
The net was dislodged, so they'll face it off to the right of Jean-Philippe Lamoureux. Gagne and Van de Velde, it rolls back to JP, and Robbie Bina, his old teammate from Grand Forks Central, clears it ahead. Out of Kipe's reach. Gagne leaving it for Malcolm Gwillem. Watkins staying with him. Out to Jeff Kinraid. His shot deflected by Kipe. Here's a rush for the Sioux. Watkins over to Van de Velde, flipping it in front and off Watkins' stick. He couldn't knock it down to get a shot away.
But the key on that play, though, is Watkins moved the puck immediately over to Van de Velde, which really made that whole play open up. If he carries the puck, nothing happens, but he moves it right away, which created some space, made the defense move. Just missed it at the end.
Icing will bring it back here with 9:29 to go. Now the only other game tonight is at Mankato, and the Mavericks have struck first. They lead the Gophers 1-0 with 9 minutes left in the opening period. Both of their games in that series have gone to overtime. The opening night went to double overtime with Mankato winning on a shorthanded goal late in the second OT to break, I think it was a 20-game winless streak against the Gophers.
That's right, yeah. And you said at the opening, Pat, 4 out of 5 games going to overtime. That's just how competitive this league is.
I'm sure Bruce McLeod is smiling. Commissioner of the WCHA. And puck goes out of play with 9:03 to go here. I want to congratulate the UND swimming and diving teams. The Sioux women took 3rd at the Nationals, while the Sioux men placed 5th yesterday in Columbia, Missouri. And Carissa Gormally of Williston took national titles in the 50 and 100 freestyle events. Our congratulations. Yeah.
National champion.
Shalas just misses with that shot. Kept in by Malakoff. Sioux swimming, that's been quite a dynasty over the years. And diving, I don't mean to leave out the divers. Dobson clears it up. Oh, she lost it to Gagne. Shalas cutting to the net, and he tips it in for a goal. Tyler Shalas with his third consecutive goal in this series.
Oh, you're exactly right, Pat. Third consecutive goal, and it all started off a turnover just outside the Sioux end. TJ had the puck along the wall, tried to make a move around the Husky forward, but an absolutely great pass by Gagne to Shalas, and he redirects it past Lamoureux. Here we see it again on his backhand, and a backhand by Shalas. A beautiful goal by the Huskies. And we talked last night how important that first goal is, particularly when Michigan Tech scores it.
And something else, that's the first even strength goal the Huskies have scored in this series. And for the first time in this series, not counting last night's overtime goal, they have the lead at 1-0. And Alex Gagne will get an assist on Tyler Shalas' 16th goal of the season.
Michigan Tech goal scored by number 23, Tyler Shalas. Single assist, number 18, Alex
Gagne gets the lone assist as he's the man who intercepted and started the rush. And the Huskies scoring on their third shot of the game. North Dakota has 4 shots on goal. That's center. Jones rolling it down. Won't be icing as Jeff Kinraid, the veteran, looks things over. Or John Schwartz, I beg your pardon. 10. Divisto lost it at center, and he poked it away from Ryland Kipe before anything else happened. Chris Van de Velde sandwiched down there. Out it comes to Jones. He'll direct it to LaPointe. Quick shot, just missing. And Jones trying to keep it alive. It comes outside the line, and the Sioux have to get back onside. Moorhead's Chris Van de Velde rolling in. He's got Kipe in front. Comes to Watkins on the backhand, and Watkins is met by a couple of Huskies and shoved off the puck. Now Rouleau trying to duck a check from Van de Velde. Gets it out to center. Genoway brings it across and trickles it in as North Dakota is in the middle of a change here. TJ Oshie's line comes on. Royer is stuffed as he crosses the line. And out of play it goes here. 6:28 left in the opening period. It's 1-0 Huskies on the Fighting Sioux Sports Network.
Of all the people in the world, there's only one you, and you relate to the world in your own way. The information you gather, the stories you share, the connections you make. Quest connects you to what matters, your way. We help you build a customized bundle with the quality services you need at a price that's right for you. Consider a bundle with a local phone package and broadband for as low as $57 a month. Call today for a free account review. Let us help you build your bundle. That's our spirit of service.
Stay with us during the Grand Forks Welding and Machine first intermission for first period highlights and a look at former Sioux Jonathan Toews, now in his rookie year with the Chicago Blackhawks. Jonathan's had some tough luck lately. Took a reported 50 stitches under his nose and mouth after getting a hit with a high stick earlier this month.
That was courtesy of Mr. Pronger, wasn't it?
It was Vancouver's Matt Pettinger is what the story I read. Duncan now flips it. Oh, shoot to the backhand and a goal! North Dakota ties it.
Well, that's a big goal, Pat. To come right back and tie this game up as quick as they did. And it's the big line. Duncan to Oshie. Here we see Duncan Nice little flip pass. TJ uses his feet up to his skate or stick. And once again, that great hand-eye coordination. Not many guys can do this, Pat. Takes it off of his skate onto his stick and makes a deft little move. Gets Teslack going one way and slides it into the open net.
And that puts the crowd back in the game. Oshie now ties Andrew Kozak for the team lead in goals with 16. Duncan will pick up his 22nd assist of the season. Offside the call here. Time of the goal 14:09. And we're tied at 1.
Oh, believe me, Pat, that taking that puck off of his skate up to his stick was something he did on purpose. It wasn't an accident. It's just kind of the hand-eye coordination, the ability he has. I think the guy sitting next to me, Scott Kobrinski, could do it, but I don't know about anybody else.
I don't think he heard you, but I'm sure he'll hear about it. Scott Kobrinski, the volunteer assistant coach with UND. Watkins picked off the play there by Schwartz. And Taylor Chorney of Hastings, Minnesota will. Oh, he turns it over. Here's Alex Gagne. It's the last breaking. Rouleau now with it. They're in a defensive change. Malakoff off the bench, takes the shot. That hit his teammate, Alex Gagne. Robbie Bina.
Again, Pat, that all started by an errant pass in the Sioux end. Those are things they just can't afford to do.
In front of Vandevelde, not much on that shot, and covering up is Teslack.
That's a play where Taylor Chorney, rather than trying to make that pass, just got to go up off the glass, just chip it out into the neutral zone. Here we see another good play by the Sioux, almost to get a good scoring opportunity. Vandevelde just missed it. But Michigan Tech is the type of team that they're going to play, they're going to sit back, they're going to be aggressive when they have the opportunity, but they want you to make a mistake, and then they'll try to capitalize on it. That's how they scored their first goal, and they just missed again there.
Jay Genoway also gets an assist on TJ Oshie's goal, so it's Oshie from Duncan and Genoway at 14:09. Tyler Shalast, if you're just joining us, has the Michigan Tech goal. Darcy Zajac puts it into the corner. Wow, Mardo goes in hard with Drew Dobson. Jones wraps it right back. Dobson cuts it off. And again, the Sioux take over inside their line. Looking for Brad Malone, and it's out of his reach, and icing will bring it back with 4 minutes and 9 seconds to go.
Well, that was kind of a tough pass to handle for Malone. That was kind of a rocket about 2 feet off the ice.
North Dakota has been coming out like gangbusters in the first period this year, outscoring teams 42-11.
I don't want to overstate it, but that was a big goal the Sioux scored to tie this game up as quickly as they did.
Gets the crowd back in it. Gets your team back in it. Kinraid coughs it up. Another interception here by Catalyst, with Gwillem cutting to the net. Here's Gwillem, a shot right into Lamoureux, and a big save there with 3:45 to go. This is the Fighting Sioux Sports Network.
At Lithia Ford Lincoln Mercury of Grand Forks, we didn't invent anything on any new Ford. Not one Ford Tough Bolt on the F-150. Nothing. We just invented the best way to buy one. Assured Cars and Trucks puts you in control with the information you need up front to make the smart decision. Get a new 08 Ford F-150 Super Cab XLT 4x4 just $28,699, or lease it for $339 per month for 39 months. Assured Cars and Trucks at Lithia Ford Lincoln Mercury of Grand Forks.
TJ Oshie with the tying goal, and that is his 9th career goal against Michigan Tech. He's got big numbers against a lot of teams, as Brad Miller brings it in for North Dakota, lost it, and Jordan Baker, the freshman, comes back. Lamoureux will swing it around. None of his teammates there, though, as Bennett Royer got a stick on it, taken away by TJ Oshie. Crowd getting a little anxious here, turning up the volume. Looks like almost every seat is filled. Not all of them, though. Oshie with Duncan cutting to the net. DJ from his knees gets the pass up to Miller. Throws it behind the net. Nobody there for North Dakota. Peter Rulo turns it over at center, and TJ Oshie flips it high. And down it comes at the side of the goal.
Almost hit the banners.
We saw him last week doing that in warm-ups, or before the warm-ups, I should say, where he'll catch it on his stick. Brad Malone is scheduled to be our North Dakota player guest at the end of this period. And they'll bring it back here with 2 minutes and 15 seconds left. Another update from Mankato. Now the Gophers have tied it at 1 late in the first period. Colorado College, Denver, and St. Cloud State are already in the WCHA Final Five. The final 2 spots will be decided here tonight in Grand Forks and in Mankato. Vandevelde and Angelo on the draw. Comes back, Joe Finley getting in front of Ryan Bunger. Off to Vandevelde. He bumps with Derek Kitty, number 28. Bunger going back. We've got 2 minutes to go. Overshoots his teammate Kitty. And Bina will get there before Derek Kitty does. And down goes Bina. Kitty got a stick on it. Kitty again. And he lost it to Bina. And Tech content to just flip it back as they will finish their shift change here. Willem, Catalyst, and Foot on the ice for the Huskies. Watkins kicks it on his blade. Tough angle shot turned aside by Teslak. And here's a 3-on-3 rush for the Huskies. Catalyst lost control of it, gets it back. Pass to Gwillem, shot blocked by Bina. Jordan Foot, the Rangers draftee, buying some time. It's off Martin's stick and out of play with 1:09 to go.
Oh, nice play by Ryan Martins. Pat coming back on the back check. Getting back into that passing lane, deflecting that pass. Michigan Tech's done a real nice job of slowing the Sioux down, coming out of their zone. The Sioux have been able to generate absolutely no speed through the neutral zone whatsoever. And in fact, turned the puck over quite a few times.
Tech has won 14 face-offs, North Dakota 9 after winning that last one, and with 59 and 1/10 seconds to go, they'll bring it back again.
We've seen a lot of icing by the
have.
Fighting Sioux tonight, Pat. Much more so than we're normally accustomed to seeing. And again, that's a credit to Tech and how they're playing. They're doing a very good job of taking away the middle of the ice, the neutral zone. And Sioux just haven't been able to get, as of yet anyway, been able to get going.
And what an appropriate song to be played here as Kivisto puts it wide, at least for Michigan Tech. That song that you heard during the break, Staying Alive by the Bee Gees. Kinraid maneuvering, centering pass, and Gagne couldn't get the shot away. And Miller tried to clear it down the ice. Instead, it goes up into the seats, and will face it off yet again with 39.4 ticks left.
Sioux are going to send out 2 new set of defense. Finley and Genoway are going to come out. Now they're going to change the whole line now as Tech changed their line. Coach Hackstall counters. Brings out Vandevelde's line.
Controlled here by Che Genoway. Throws it into the corner. Schwartz pushed there by Vandevelde. Kipe trying to find it. Ryland Kipe digging for it with Van Wagner, number 8, among others. Shot by Kipe, but the whistle blew, and penalties.
Yeah, I believe 1 from each side, Pat. A little bit of a scrum along the wall there. Anderson doesn't want to let things get out of control, I think.
Vandevelde goes, and John Schwartz, Tech defenseman, with 14.3 seconds left. So we'll play 4-on-4 here. Outside the line it comes. Chorney to Oshie. Oh, nice pass to Duncan, but he got turned around on it. And that will be the end of period 1. So 1:46 still to go on those roughing penalties to Schwartz and Vandevelde. And our score is 1-1. Tyler Shalast opens the scoring for Michigan Tech at 11:27 from Alex Gagne. TJ Oshie ties it for North Dakota at 14:09 from Duncan and Genoway. Shalast and Oshie each with their 16th goals of the year. And North Dakota out shooting Tech 7-4. Well, I know you've said it, and I don't mean to repeat, but I don't think you can underscore enough how important that Oshie goal was, Jim.
Oh, no question, Pat. It just brings everything back to even, most importantly, it takes any kind of, you don't want to go into the longer the game goes with the Huskies in the lead. Obviously, the tougher and tougher it's going to get, the more confidence they gain. But Michigan Tech came out and did what they needed to do. They knew the Sioux were going to come out hard. The Sioux definitely did that, came out banging. But, they played the way they needed to play. They slowed the Sioux down through the neutral zone and got the first goal of the game. And fortunately for the Sioux, they were able to tie it. But I'm sure the Huskies would take a 1-1 tie going into period 2, game 3.
And that's where we stand after one period. Stay with us. We'll visit with North Dakota forward Brad Malone next on the Fighting Sioux Sports Network. Seasons. Jonathan Toews was a standout forward with UND, helping the team reach 2 Frozen Fours. But after his sophomore season, Toews decided to turn pro, and he made the jump from the college ranks to the NHL, joining the Chicago Blackhawks. And Toews has been of immediate help to the Hawks. Here's a report from FSN.
In Chicago, a young and hungry Blackhawks team has electrified the hockey landscape. And at the center of their renaissance is rookie Jonathan Toews.
Hey. Who's up? I got the wall. Come on, boys. You're doing great. Keep moving those feet. Yeah, Rich, hey. Yeah. Take a look. Yeah, coach. Am I pissing you off or something? Hey. Oh, my gosh. Hey, move.
For a French-speaking Canadian like Toews, there's no better fuel following practice than a meal reminiscent of mom's home cooking.
Vous avez choisi?
Non, je suis pas trop certain. Combien de jambes de grenouille? Je pense to be able to speak French. It's huge for me. It's part of my heritage and where I came from, and it's something I take with me wherever I go. Merci.
Plus de grenouilles.
Merci beaucoup.
Bon appétit.
Merci.
Avec plaisir.
I had the chance to go to a French school growing up from K to 9, and my mom grew up in a small town just outside of Quebec City, and she moved to Winnipeg as a 17-year-old to learn English. For me now, it's definitely a pride to be fluent in both languages. Cuisse de grenouille. It's pretty darn good. Can't believe this is an actual frog. It tastes like chicken, pretty much.
La cuisse de canard confit et puis le magret de canard avec.
Merci beaucoup.
Avec plaisir. Bon appétit.
Whether it was in junior hockey or college or even at this level, whenever I meet some of the guys from Quebec, I'll jump in on one of their conversations, and some guys who don't know I speak French will look at me and they'll be like, good thing I know this guy speaks French now, but catch a few guys off guard here and there. Super bon.
After a strong first half, Toews no longer catches anyone by surprise.
Jonathan Toews moving in.
That he's able to share this experience with his parents only makes it sweeter.
The first game I played against San Jose was a special moment for myself, but they weren't sure if they could get off work to come down here, but I told them, you can't miss this for the world because it's not just me out there, it's obviously everything you guys have done for me over the years.
Toews over the sharp line down the slot, he scored! First goal and his first shot of the National Hockey League!
It was exciting and something that you've been dreaming about for a long time. I'm obviously very proud of how far I've come and how hard I've worked to get to this point, but I'm still thinking of you know, what I can do better and how I can keep improving at this level, I guess.
Entering today's game with Calgary, Taves is the Blackhawks' fourth leading scorer with 19 goals and 27 assists for 46 points in 54 games. But he's had a tough go of it recently. Taves had 1 goal and 3 assists, or has 1 goal and 3 assists in the month of March. However, it should be pointed out that on March 2nd, Taves took 50 stitches under his nose and mouth after being hit with a high stick by Vancouver's Matt Pettinger. Taves also missed most of January and part of February with a knee injury. Taves' old club, the North Dakota Fighting Sioux, are in a 1-1 deadlock with Michigan Tech after 1 period of Game 3, the deciding game in this best-of-3 WCHA first-round playoff series. Back with first period highlights on the Fighting Sioux Sports Network.
Here we see the pass by Gagne. A beautiful pass on his backhand. Shalas driving to the net with his stick on the ice, just redirects it. Here we're going to see the turnover right here. TJ tried to make a move, lost the puck. Gagne just takes off. Makes a nice backhand, puts it right through the skates, but Shalas makes the play by driving to the net, and he's able to redirect it by Lamoureux.
And then at 14:09, TJ Oshie from Duncan and Genoway.
Oh, great pass by Duncan again. Oshie off of his skate up to his stick. Just great hands. Watch how he uses his left skate to deflect that puck right here. Boom, up to his stick. Boy, he had Teslac totally sliding the opposite way. Beautiful goal.
And TJ had 2 shots in that first period. Van de Velde also had 2 to lead North Dakota, which had 7 shots, and Tech had 4 overall. Both teams 0 for 1 on the power play, but those were abbreviated power plays. And UND had 1 shot on goal during that time. Tech 0. Face-offs, Michigan Tech has the edge there with 15 face-off wins and UND 11. Dave Hackstall and the Fighting Sioux in a 1-1 tie with Jamie Russell's Michigan Tech Huskies. And here we go. Both teams have a man in the penalty box. John Schwartz for Tech and Chris Van de Velde for North Dakota. 2 minutes each for roughing. And Taylor Chorney dishes off to Bina. Oh, what a goal! TJ Oshie from Robbie Bina.
Wow, Pat. I was just going to say 4-on-4 favors the Sioux because of guys like Chorney, Bina, Genoway. Their defense can create offense, and that's exactly what happens. Taylor Chorney carries the puck in all the way around the corner, gives it to Bina, over to Oshie, who one-times it under the bar. Beautiful goal for the Fighting Sioux.
Man, oh man. 19 seconds in. Oshie's second of the game, 17th of the season, and North Dakota has its first lead tonight. And Teslac just made another save there as the Sioux came back in on him.
Well, again, Pat, Taylor Chorney makes that play, carries the puck with speed all the way around, makes a defender miss, draws him out of position, gives it to Bina, who slides it over to Oshie, who doesn't miss from there. A great start of the period for the Fighting Sioux, Pat.
56 seconds left in the 4-on-4. We said Oshie got the crowd into it in period 1. He does it again here in period 2. Oh, here's a steal. Tyler Shalas, a 2-on-1 for Tech. Genoway cuts. Oh, Genoway with a nice play to come back and break it up. Go Finley now. Brad Miller. He'll play it ahead to Martins off the boards. Down he goes. Jeff Kinraid, the junior defenseman, takes over. Here is Gwillem. Swung along by Finley. Joe lost his stick. Loose puck at the side of the net. Jimmy Kerr there as Finley retrieves his stick. Jeff Kinraid just throws it to the far corner.
Oh, Pat, the Sioux came right back with Oshie and Duncan.
Kinraid again, just missing with that shot, and the penalties are over. All 3 goals tonight coming with the teams at even strength, and we've got a slashing call here as Finley lost his stick, and it'll be on Jimmy Kerr, the captain of the Huskies.
Well, great opportunity for the Sioux, Pat. See if they can't keep the momentum going in their favor. They get their second opportunity on the power play. And certainly Coach Russell can't feel too good about the way this period has started.
Jimmy Kerr in the box. He's had a pretty good series here after missing 4 games with an injury.
Yes, he has. He was very good last night.
Oh. Puck goes into the penalty box area. There's people ducking for cover. And we've just played 5 seconds off of that penalty, so 1:55 to go.
But he is one of the Husky seniors, Pat, so he certainly, you can figure he would come out and have a good series.
The Husky seniors have scored most of the points for Tech.
Yeah, that was an interesting stat.
82 of the 208 points. Oh, here's a chance. It comes right back into Teslac. The Sioux are saying they've scored, but there's been no indication of that by the official.
Oh, good hard shot by Kozak. Obviously, that shot is very hard to handle, and there was a rebound. Martins was driving, and he kind of, with his body, kind of pushed Teslac into the net. So here we're going to see it from overhead. Teslac knew where that puck was the whole time, used his skate, pushed himself back out of the net. Good job by Martins to drive the net.
1.5 minutes to go on the North Dakota power play. Bina and Chorney switch. Here's Taylor Chorney. Bina and Chorney assisting on that last goal by TJ Oshie, who has 2 tonight. Here's Oshie with the puck. 1:15 to go. On the penalty time. Takes a flip over Chorney's stick. Back for Duncan. Oshie. Chorney. Now Robbie Bina. Here's Chorney setting up. Fakes. Bina. Chorney one-timer. That's blocked by Dobson and bounces all the way back to the neutral zone with 53 seconds left on Kerr's penalty. Oshie breaking in. Lost it. Oh, Vandevelde had it stopped by Teslac.
Well, there's an example of what creating speed through the neutral zone can do for you once you get into the zone. Oshie comes flying in or loses the puck, but Vandevelde following up, gets a great shot off, but Teslac makes a big save. Again, here comes Oshie, full head of steam, goes to make that patented move where he'll pull it and shoot it, but the defense did a nice job, but Vandevelde following up, he gets a great shot.
When they built this place, Coach Dean Blaze had those words, speed kills, mounted outside the Sioux locker room, and they are still there today.
Well, it's been a forte of the Sioux for a long time, Pat. It's certainly the fans love to see it, but opponents will devise game plans to try to slow it down, and the Tech's done a pretty good job of that tonight.
Kozak back. Martins lets it go through to Brad Miller. Flip back. Genaway. Takes the shot. Block. Rebound. Kozak can't get it in there. And Tech finally recovers with Rouleau.
I believe that was Kinraid again. Did a great job. He found that loose puck. Used his hand. Just kind of slid it out of the danger area. And then passed it over to a teammate. And they were able to clear it.
Genaway dives to clear it, and it goes up into the Husky bench. 15:50 remaining in period 2. 2-1 Sioux on the Fighting Sioux Sports Network.
At Lithia Toyota of Grand Forks, we didn't invent anything on any new Toyota. Not one fuel-efficient inch of the sporty Corolla. Nothing. We just invented the best way to buy one. Assured Cars and Trucks puts you in control with the information you need up front to make the smart decision. Get a new 08 Toyota Corolla LE, just $15,499, or lease it for $162 per month for 36 months. Now there's a better way to buy. Assured Cars and Trucks at Lithia Toyota of Grand Forks.
North Dakota trailed 1-0 in this game, but TJ Oshie has scored twice to give North Dakota a 2-1 lead. UND winning the opener Friday night 4-0. Michigan Tech winning last night 3-2 in overtime after trailing 2-0 after 2 periods. And this game will settle it as they'll bring it back on icing.
Well, the Sioux coach is wondering why there wasn't an interference penalty called on that. They ran a stall clear, tried to hit their wing, was up by the Husky blue line, but the Husky defenseman just took him out of the play, so he wasn't even allowed to get to the pass, thus resulting in icing, but the Sioux coaches are questioning why no interference call.
You see that last night, the Sioux suffered their first home playoff loss since 2006 when they lost an overtime game to Mankato. But North Dakota came back to win that series. Actually, North Dakota has won 10 consecutive WCHA home playoff series and gone to the Final Five the last 5 years and 10 of the last 11 years. In fact, we got some graphics on how these teams have done in Game 3 situations. Since the WCHA went to a best-of-3 first round in 1988, North Dakota has won 7 games and lost 2 of those, 6-1 at home. Their last Game 3 loss, 1992 at Minneapolis, when they lost 3-1 to the Gophers. And we'll show you Michigan Tech a little bit later. Van de Velde comes in, setting up the shot right into Teslak. He lost it in front. Bina! Oh, Teslak came up with it somehow.
Whoa, that's a big time stop right there. You can see Robbie Bean is just shaking his head. Teslak came out of nowhere to stop that. Here we see Van de Velde coming through, gets a shot. There's a rebound attempt. Now the puck's going to come out to Bina, who one-times it. Teslak wasn't even in the picture, but he comes over with that big gloves hand save. Here we're going to see a good look at it right here. Bina's got all that net to shoot at, but Teslak comes across. And Robbie's saying a little bit higher, and I would have had it.
From the face-off, rolls back of the net. Ryan Bunger there, the sophomore from Washington State, brings it out for the Michigan Tech Huskies. Here's Tech rolling in. They lost the puck, still loose. And Genoway will grab it for the Sioux, clanking it off the glass. Gets behind the D. Here's Duncan with it. Miller in the slot, out to Genoway. He shoots, and that's blocked by Derek Kitty, number 28. Genoway back with it though. Schwartz checks him off the play. Oh, Oshie taken down, and the fans screaming for a call that will not come. Looked like TJ and not sure who the other player was. Both had hold of the other guy's stick, but now Oshie drops it back. Here's Miller, sidesteps a check, throws it to the corner. Oshie, tough angle, that hit the side. Duncan sandwiched. And the Huskies clear but not out. Chorney flips it back in off the stick of Teslak. Still in play. Mike Van Wagner lost it to Fratton. He put it in front and it's cleared aside by the Huskies. And Jeff Kinraid starts the rush. The defenseman gets hung up with Bina. Fratton knocks it loose. And Bina will clear it. Here's a 2-on-1 or maybe a 4-on-1. Kozak failed on the pass. Oh, a chance going by the boards there. Fratton now. Chorney a shot high. Big blast there. Oh, Fratton has it turned aside. Oh, and it got behind Chorney. Racing after it, Bina to beat Peter Rouleau to the puck.
Well, Pat, this tight of tempo is certainly more to the Sioux's liking. And if this keeps up, Michigan Tech's going to be in trouble.
Kozak flips it. Here's Malone turning, and he gives it right up to Alex Gagne. Jordan Baker in for the Huskies. Poke checked away, and back come the Sioux. Malone, Zajac also on the line, and it's gloved by Michael Lee Teslak with 12:38 to go. And listen to this ovation.
Well, the crowd can certainly feel that tempo change, Pat. That's a play where you almost wish Malone would have given it up to Mardo, because Mardo had a full head of steam, and we all know he can really go. But he had to slow down at the blue line so he didn't go off sides. So Malone decided to let it go on net, got it up a little bit too high, and Teslak made an easy glove stop to stop the play.
North Dakota out shooting Michigan Tech 8-0 in this period, 15-4 for the game. Drew Dobson feeds across. Jimmy Kerr will put it in. Glove by Lamoureux, and he'll hang on with 12:20 to go. We mentioned the game threes for North Dakota. Michigan Tech has been involved in 4 game 3 situations, 3 of them on the road. Tech is 2-2 in game 3s. They won their game 3 last year at Colorado College 1-0. And Tech's first game 3 came in 1988, an overtime loss to the Sioux. So now you know. North Dakota 7-2 in game 3s. Tech 2-2. John Cavisto wiped out there on the clear. Oh, check by Dobson behind Van de Velde. A shot there by Foot deflected into the corner. And Jordan Foot comes in on Van de Velde after he cleared it. And the Huskies send it across to Gagne. His shot blocked and cleared by Watkins. Down goes Miller. The contact picking up here. North Dakota with the only goal of this period. TJ Oshie, second of the game. And North Dakota back with Ryan Duncan. 5 Huskies surround him there. Back to the corner, it goes Schwartz. Oh, in front it comes! Oh, quick whistle there. Oshie and Miller were ready to pounce on it, but the whistle blew. 11:09 to go. This is the Fighting Sioux Sports Network.
Winter is winding down, but for now, you still need workwear that keeps out the cold. You need Carhartt from the store that's #1 in Carhartt sales in North Dakota, home of economy. Men's Arctic coats start at $84.99. Men's Unlined Arctic bibs are $44.99. And women's Relax Fit Canvas Carpenter jeans are $34.99. Save on Carhartt jeans, shirts, and boots, too. For the guaranteed lowest price on Carhartt clothing, shop your Carhartt headquarters, home of economy.
North Dakota 2, Michigan Tech 1, or shall we say TJ Oshie 2, Michigan Tech 1. He's got both Sioux goals.
I wonder, I'm not curious if John Schwartz and Ryan Duncan are old pals from Calgary days. Both juniors, both from Calgary, but Schwartz has been all over Duncan. And last.
Martins puts that one into Michael Lee Teslak, and a stop here with 10:49 left.
That last stoppage of play, they are having a long conversation as they skated little circles. But here we see Martin's got a great opportunity. Teslak squares up, uses that big body to cover a lot of the net. But Pat, the Sioux have done a much better job. They're a lot better on the puck, and they're creating turnovers, which has led to that transition game, which in turn has led to a lot of great opportunities. We didn't see that in the first period, but we're seeing a lot better job by the Sioux of just pressuring the puck, and it's creating a lot of turnovers.
And another icing call here with 10:41 to go. I want to congratulate the Grafton Spoilers, North Dakota's Class B boys basketball champs. Spoilers beat Turtle Lake Mercer for the title last night in Fargo. So as you pointed out last night, Mr. Scanlon, that's a 2-state championship school year thus far in boys hockey and boys basketball.
A winter to remember in Grafton.
Sioux have Zajak's line on. But here's Derek Kitty, number 28, the junior from Michigan. Center's blocked aside there by Lamoureux. Kinraid softly plays it back to Ryan Angelo. He's centered, loose puck at the side, cleared by Zajac. Finley tries to take out Bunger over there. Zajac catching up as Todd Anderson, the referee, jumps out of the way of the puck. And it comes back to Kinraid. We're scheduled to hear from Jeff Kinraid at the end of the second period here. As our player guest for Tech. Here's a 2-on-1. Marto with Kite. Oh, and Marto just put it wide. Kipe and Schwartz battling in the corner. Stepping in there, number 13, Ryan Angelo. And another Nope, they wave off icing there. Team's in a change. Watkins bumped there by Dobson as Catalyst goes in to get it. Gwillem and Chorney meet. And they clear it ahead. Back outside it comes for Gwillem. Tech still with no shots on goal in this period. North Dakota has 9. As we're past the halfway point in this game, at least in regulation time. Chipped in by Ryland Kipe, and Dobson goes back. Our last telecast of the season here on the Fighting Sioux Sports Network. Taken away, Watkins tried to get it across, and it just didn't connect there with Van de Velde. And Derek Lapointe clears it ahead.
Another example of the Sioux forcing a turnover, Pat, and they just miss on another great opportunity.
Peter Rouleau with one hand tries to get in the zone. He couldn't. Comes back to Derek Lapointe, and here's TJ Oshie. Looking for Duncan. There'll be a penalty here. Duncan is saying it should be Dobson.
I think he's calling them both, Pat.
And yes, both penalty boxes are open.
Well, I'll go back. I think this favors the Fighting Sioux. I think going 4-on-4 is in their favor. And again, I point because they're defensemen. You can put out Genoway, Chorney, Pina, guys like that who have the ability to create offense. Look for the Sioux to, again, get some golden opportunities on this 4-on-4.
Time of the penalties, 11:41. Drew Dobson gets 2 minutes for holding the stick, and Duncan 2 for hooking.
Although Duncan certainly isn't the one you want having a penalty box in this situation, but
and that's his second penalty tonight. Ryan Duncan's, that is. He was in the box twice last night. So 4-on-4 here for another minute 47. Fans voicing their opinion of the hooking call. Kozek's shot goes wide as Van Wagner got a piece of that, tying him up. So checked out of there by Gagne. In case you're wondering, here's a pick by Kozek. Kozek, a shot right in to Michael Lee Teslak with 7:39 to go. 2-1 Sioux. This is the Fighting Sioux Sports Network.
Of all the people in the world, there's only one you, and you relate to the world in your own way. The information you gather, the stories you share, the connections you make. Quest connects you to what matters, your way. We help you build a customized bundle with the quality services you need at a price that's right for you. Consider a bundle with a local phone package and broadband for as low as $57 a month. Call today for a free account review. Let us help you build your bundle. That's our spirit of service.
1:21 left on the penalties to Dobson and Duncan. Here's Kinraid alone. Clanks it off the post. Kinraid again. Martin's got a stick on that to clear it.
Oh, Pat, that was a beautiful pass to put Kinraid in.
Chorney kicks it ahead. Now Brad Miller comes back with Ryan Martins on a 2-on-2 rush. Miller from a tough angle off the glove of Michael Lee Teslak, who keeps the play going. And North Dakota will change its forwards as Van de Velde and Ryland Kipe hit the ice with 36 seconds left in the 4-on-4. Whoever wins tonight plays in the WCHA Final Five in St. Paul next weekend. Finley tried to clear it ahead. It hit the traffic and came back. Finley having trouble at the side. Jordan Foote puts it through the crease. Here's a chance. Van Wagner deflected off to the side. Oh boy.
Oh, that was a mess from the get-go, Pat.
That's That's putting it nicely. That could have been way worse. Both teams' penalties are over now.
That just kind of highlights the importance of that first pass. When you're in your zone breaking out, that first pass has got to be a good one. Because when it's not, now you're scrambling. And that's what the Sioux were doing. And they got a bit of a break when that shot from the point went wide. But going back to that 4-on-4, of course, just when I say the Sioux are going to have that better chance, Michigan Tech gets a great chance. And once again, it's our friend number 12, Jeff Kinraid. Great pass right there. We don't see it, but he comes in alone. Tries to get Jean-Philippe to commit by hesitating, and then he hit the post on the outside. So
still no shots on goal for Tech as Lapointe fires it wide. Vandevelde lost a glove. Zajac tries to get it to him. Meanwhile, the puck comes down. Kitty, a shot. Oh, Lamoureux got a piece of that. Qtrs is there in the corner, 15, along with Malone. Malone trying to break free from Derek Kitty. Off the glass of the neutral zone. Malakoff just saved it before Mardo could pick his pocket from behind. Lapointe ahead. Here's Mardo. Back to Lapointe. Taps it. Malakoff is there. And that puck will go up into the seats with 5 minutes, 23 seconds left. Coming up in our second intermission, second period highlights. And we'll hear from UND's seniors playing their final career home game tonight. Lamoureux, Bina, and Kipe are dressed. And Kyle Radke is sitting this one out as he has the last two nights. Shot in by Ryan Martins, the nephew of former Sioux Irwin Martins. Loose puck back of the net.
Irwin and I played together in Warroad for the Warroad Lakers back in about '83.
Now Martins forces it back. Nice work by Ryan. A long, illustrious history of the Warroad Lakers. Broken up at center by Chorney. Big pile up over there.
We got a chance to play the '84 U.S. Olympic team that year. I believe Irwin scored once or twice for us in that game. Pat LaFontaine scored 3 times on me, I know that. I think he was 16 years old at the time, too.
I saw the 1988 team play the Lakers up in Warroad, and then they played the Sioux in an exhibition here the following night.
Well, that was just the respect that USA Hockey had for Cal Marvin and what he did for all those years to promote hockey in the United States. Obviously, Cal was instrumental in starting hockey here at the University of North Dakota. Longtime manager of the Warroad Lakers. But the Olympic team played them quite a few times.
Yes.
The women's team, when it was just played there last year,
yeah.
Before, and we kept that tradition going. It's kind of neat.
We miss Cal Marvin. Behind the net, Miller clears it out. Ganaway a drive. That planked off the post.
Kind of handcuffed Teslack.
Oh. Turnover here. Angelo gets hung up with Ganaway for the moment. Finley in there. Ganaway tries to move it ahead. It rolls to the far corner. Oshie sidesteps Jimmy Kerr. Oshie with 2 goals tonight. And Tyler Shalast has the Michigan Tech goal. Gagne has an assist for Tech. Duncan, Ganaway, Bina, and Chorney have the assist for the Sioux. Oshie again, weaving in. Down he goes. Tap back, looking for Finley. Taken away by Gagne, or Royer, that is. Qtrs had it in his skates, and it's cleared to Ryland Kipe. Malakoff fighting for the puck with Vandevelde. He pops it right back in. And Michigan Tech still is not credited with a shot on goal in this period. Shots are 19-4 for the game. So that's 12-0. The Sioux at the edge in shots here in period 2. 3 minutes to go. Jones collides over there with Dobson. Here's a chance. Gwillem and it rolled off his stick. Saved by Lamoureux. And he made the second stop as well. 2:51 to go. It's still 2-1 Sioux on the Fighting Sioux Sports Network. Two to one is the score here in favor of North Dakota. And down in Mankato. I'll tell you about that in a minute as Kozak comes in. Turned aside by Teslak. Thrashing over there. Fratton shakes off Alex Gagne. Malakoff over to Dobson. Martin's got a stick on it to break up the play. And we've got a penalty here.
No, I think he's playing it with a high stick.
Play with a high stick, I'm sorry. Down in Mankato, Gophers have now taken a 2-1 lead. 5:58 left in period number 2.
Clay Martins was in a good spot. He was in the high slot as the third man, and he kind of anticipated that pass to the middle and was able to break it up. Fortunately, just knocked the puck down with a high stick, so the faceoff comes back to the Fighting Sioux end.
Jordan Baker back in the left wing spot on the fourth line tonight for Tech. Genoway will get to the puck. Here's the sophomore from Morden, Manitoba. Busting in. Miller gets a stick on it. Not much on the shot, and it's turned aside easily by Michael Lee Teslak. Oh, Finley fanned on it. Angelo going after it. And back to save it was Genoway. And we'll have a penalty here for interference.
It was kind of a tough break for Joe Finley. He was trying to make a pass, had his head up, and the puck hopped on him. So he fanned on it, got by behind him, and he really did the only thing he could do. Otherwise, the Huskies would have been in alone behind him. Here we see here, he just fans on it right there, and now he's in a tough spot. Angelo driving hard to the net.
So Finley is called for interference with 2:01 remaining in the period, putting Michigan Tech on its second power play tonight. Neither team has scored with the extra man, although each team's first power play chance was abbreviated. And finally, Michigan Tech now has 2 shots on goal in this period. Shalast leads the Huskies with 8 power play goals. And this is Shalast with the puck behind the net. Down he goes. Off it comes to Peter Rouleau, leading scorer for the Huskies. Jimmy Kerr to Rouleau. Gets behind. And unable to stop it was Kinraid, and it goes all the way back with 1:12 to go on the Finley penalty. Eric Catalyst is cut off over there by Chorney. Oh, Bina tried to clear it. It hit the official. Malcolm Gwillem now. Rouleau trying to avoid Oshie. Back it comes to Catalyst. Here's Gwillem. Now Dobson in the final minute of the period. Drew Dobson, Malcolm Gwillem. His shot deflected by Oshie out of play with 47.9 seconds left.
Oh, Pat, that was a tough break for the Sioux because Bina would have had that cleared, or he was going to try to go right up the middle, which is a good play on his part. But unfortunately, Anderson was standing right there. After that, the Huskies had good puck possession, good puck movement, and a good shot there that was deflected into the crowd.
Those fans love the Sioux seniors, and we'll hear from all the Sioux seniors during our second intermission, as this is the final home game for North Dakota this season and our final telecast of the school year on the Fighting Sioux Sports Network. All the games from here on out are controlled by other TV entities. 20 seconds left on the power play for Tech. Dobson gets it down low. Here's Kivisto. Gwillem He'll take the shot, deflected. Gagne after it as we're in the final seconds. And Jones gets it down the ice. Oshie after it. TJ Oshie. And there's the horn. I was wondering if he could try a wraparound, but the horn sounded, and the Sioux will go into the locker room with a 2-1 edge. And if we've learned anything from last night's game, it's you can't take anything for granted.
No, absolutely not, Pat. But certainly a much better period for the Sioux just in terms of how they wanted to play. Definitely a lot more flow. They were able to use that team speed, force some turnovers, and they were able to capitalize and get that second goal early in the period to go up 2-1. But then I thought the Huskies did a pretty good job as that period got on towards the end of it.
This is it. The third and final period of this 3-game series with North Dakota leading Michigan Tech 2-1. Alex Gagne with a shot and turned aside by the blocker of J.P. Lamoureux. Down in Mankato, the Gophers have a 2-1 lead on Minnesota State. Also at the end of 2. 2-on-2 rush here for North Dakota. Van de Velde, but Kuip is whistled offside with 19:39 to go.
I got a chance. I want to wish my son Joe a happy 13th birthday. I've already done that, of course, but I told him I'd say it on TV.
And you just did.
Yep.
North Dakota last night losing for only the third time this year when leading after 2 periods. And Michigan Tech getting its second win of the year last night when trailing after 2. UND looking to go to its 6th consecutive WCHA Final Five, but this one far from over. Miller sends it across. Duncan whacks it in, but it hits the Tech player coming in there. That was Ryan Angelo. Miller gets a stick on it to break it up, and here's Taylor Chorney as Tech makes a change. Oshie gets it from Miller. He'll ring it around. Duncan after it, rolls back of the net, and Tech will come out of there with Jordan Foote, the Edmonton native. Gwillem now. Here's a chance, busting in. Catalyst stopped at the side of the net. Down goes Matt Fratton over there. Kozak trying to get it to Fratton, comes back outside the line to Jones, and he'll throw it in as the Sioux get back on side.
The Huskies had a nice rush there through the neutral zone. 2 good passes. And it put Catalyst in almost alone.
Thrown back all the way down to the Tech zone. And icing will bring it back with 18:08 to go. Tomorrow is St. Patrick's Day. We wish you a happy St. Patrick's Day, and want to remind you to have a safe St. Patrick's Day. And if you must drink, please do so responsibly. Jamie Russell, he's done a nice job with the Tech program in 5 years.
Yeah, he really has, man.
His first assistant coach, of course, was Ian Calais, the former Sioux. Genoway lost his stick there. Loose in the corner. Finley bats it down and directs it to Watkins. Matt Watkins from Aylesbury, Saskatchewan. Touching it there, Van de Velde comes to Watkins. He lost it. And back comes Jordan Baker. Finley bumped over there by Bennett Royer as Jay Genoway. Charles Genoway, if you want to be proper about it, brings it all the way down. Genoway now as Watkins cutting to the net, and he couldn't tip it in. Down goes Van de Velde, and cleared by Bennett Royer, the freshman. Michigan Tech turns it over. Mardo in front, and went through Malone. Oh, and Bina broke his stick on the shot. Bina going back without the stick. Stands up Peter Rulo as Chorney takes it.
Oh, he's in a tough spot, Pat, no doubt. Oh, so you get a break there.
Boy, Kinraid falls down. Here's Mardo with Zajac in. Mardo! Weak shot stopped at between the circles there by Shalast. Seeing his broken stick still over there in the tech end. The blade in the near corner and the shaft in that far circle. As Gagne tries to go around it.
Shaft comes in handy right there. Never fails. Broken sticks on the ice. Never fails. The puck somehow is going to come in contact with part of that stick.
John Kivisto dumps it in. Angelo hustling after it in front and unable to tap it in. Bunger. John Schwartz a shot off the high stick of J.P. Lammer. Schwartz again deflected wide. Now T.J. Oshie, who has both North Dakota goals tonight, his 16th and 17th of the season. Tyler Shalast has the only Huskies goal. And we've got nonstop play here as that stick is still down there. Dobson swings it around. Kozek gets a stick on it to poke it back of the net. Dobson ahead, Genoway, put it right back into Kitty. Comes back to him on the carom, looking for Fatten breaking, and the Huskies fire it right back in. Kozek, check from behind by Foot. Play continues. Martins, he gets hung up with Mike Van Wagner. A battle of eights over there. Jordan Foot gets a stick on it, leaves it for Gwillem. He's hit by Ryan Martins. Granton, the freshman, can't clear it out. Gwillem sets it up. Malakoff being bothered by Ryan Martins, who is down on the ice. Catalyst got a stick on it, gets it back. Block, gets it back again. Sioux cannot clear it. Finally, Genoway does.
Oh, nice job. I believe that was Zajac. Pat twice picked the stick up of the Husky forward, was just about to shoot.
Looking for Watkins on the break there, and icing is the call with 14:20 to go. You're watching the Fighting Sioux Sports Network.
That's that broken stick. They're talking about it invariably, how pucks will always come in contact. When I was with Northern Michigan, we had a goalie by the name of Dennis Gianaris. We were playing in Duluth, and we were pulling him. We were losing late in the game, and he broke a stick in half, and he laid it right in the crease in a perfect V. And needless to say, the officials did not let him leave it like that. They went down and moved it.
I wouldn't think so.
I remember Cesar Maniago did that one time.
In front! Watkins trying to set it up there. And Van de Velde unable to tap it in. Watkins into the corner. It goes. Van de Velde again. And finally, the Huskies come out. Peter Rouleau and Alex Gagne. Gagne, the junior, met by Chorney. Rouleau fakes, threw it back. Kinraid was over to his right, and he has to go back for it.
Caesar's stick wasn't broken, though. He just laid it across the crease. Same thing, though. Referees went and picked it up, moved it.
Cesar Maniago of the Minnesota North Stars. Later Vancouver Canucks, and previously with the Rangers. I might be leaving out a team.
Oh, I think that's it.
Is that it? Here's a one-on-one chance here for Ryan Bunger. And Bina kicks it free as he hung him up. Fans applauding that effort. A friend of mine told me that on the old Jeopardy TV show, hosted by Art Fleming, that Cesar Maniago's name was in an answer. Only Art Fleming pronounced it Cesare Maniago. I wish I had seen that one. Art must not have been a hockey fan. No. Still the best host of Jeopardy, Art Fleming. At center. Jones ties up with Angelo as it floats into the Tech zone, and playing it safely there, Michael Lee Teslak with 12:26 on the clock. Now from Mankato. Boy, does this one keep going back and forth. Mankato has tied it at 2 early in period 3.
That could be another overtimer.
I was just thinking that. We don't want to think that here, but no. We can think about it in Mankato.
They say the 2-goal lead is the worst lead in hockey. Well, I'll tell you what, the Sioux would take a 2-goal lead right now. I don't know why they say that.
In fact, Dan Benson came up with a stat last night of UND Athletic Media Relations. Last night was the first time since November of 1979 that the Sioux gave up a tying goal in the final seconds of regulation and then lost in overtime. Michigan State did it to them back then. In front, Mark Malakoff. Malone poke checking it there. And Malakoff does clear. Tech with just one shot on goal here in the period. The Sioux not credited with any yet. Darcy Zajac will flip it in and hanging on his Teslak. We've got 11:32 remaining in the third. You're watching the Fighting Sioux Sports Network.
You need a pair of boots. And no, not the GQ Glamour Fashion Footwear. Boots that are way more than just pretty. Then you need Home of Economy and the area's best selection of comfortable, durable, and affordable boots. Carhartt work boots start at $94.99, and all Caterpillar and Ariat boots are 15% off for the guaranteed lowest price on quality-made boots. And yeah, they look good too. Put your best foot forward at your boot headquarters, Home of Economy.
Don't forget, after the game, we'll select our player of the game, sponsored by PS Doors of Grand Forks. And Rouleau comes in to take the draw, replacing Gagne. And it's poked back between the Sioux defensemen, Bina and Chorney. North Dakota saw its 18-game unbeaten streak come to an end last night with the overtime loss to Tech. Also ending the 11-game home unbeaten streak. Watkins watches it go to the corner. Jeff Kinraid. Vandeveldy over to meet him. Puck got stopped by the referee. Kite shoves the man away. And North Dakota will make a change here. Sending out the...
Kinraid mentioned it in the intermission pad. He's definitely playoff hockey. Both teams are really grinding it out right now. Taking extra care of that puck, playing hard, solid defensive hockey. Both teams looking for that break.
And here's a chance. Oh, Tech just missed there. With Bennett Royer. Number 16, the freshman, had that shot in front. Royer with it again. Taken away by Angelo. Now Schwartz. Van Wagner flips it on goal. Stopped by Lamoureux in to get it Martins. And a lot of people jockeying for position in front of Jean-Philippe as it goes back for icing.
Well, not a bad icing to take there, Pat. You're running, not running around, but your Huskies definitely have control of the puck. They're cycling it. They're using their points. And rather than trying to make a play where you force a mistake or make a mistake, just take the icing and get a fresh line out there.
And Oshie and Eric Catalyst get tossed. Duncan and Foote, or Rouleau, excuse me. As Jamie Russell juggled his lines tonight. It's a must-win for Tech. Into the zone, Van Wagner trying to stop Duncan, and Van Wagner goes down on the play. Oh, it bounced off Oshie right in front of the net. Duncan centering pass blocked by Van Wagner. Now Rouleau will wait for it. Kerr went down. Not sure what happened there. I think he was looking for a penalty. Oh, and a misconduct being called here on Jimmy Kerr.
Oh, boy.
Looked like he wanted something called on Duncan, and he said the magic word.
Obviously, Pat, boy, with 9:25 to go, you're in the box for 10. That's a tough one to take, boy, for particularly a senior, one of your leaders.
Your captain. So
he felt there should have been a call. He didn't get it. Like you said, games like this, boy, discipline is so important.
So the time of that penalty is 10:35, so Kerr will be unavailable to the Huskies for the remainder of the period. However, the team still play 5-on-5. Shot sails high by Gagne. Fans applauding that 10-minute misconduct announcement as Tyler Shalast dishes off to Gagne. Shalast to the net. That hit Bina on the way and is cleared by Ryland Kipe. Pick off at center, but back is Dobson. Winner of this game will join Colorado College, Denver, and St. Cloud State at the WCHA Final Five next week in St. Paul, along with either MSU Mankato or Minnesota. Kinraid broke it up and poked it out of the zone. Genoway tries to turn it back to Zajac. Baker couldn't get it out of there. Now Ryan Angelo. Cleared ahead to Ryan Bunger. A couple of Ryans on this line. Shot back in by Bunger. As we approach the final 8 minutes of regulation. Race after it. Kivisto beats Watkins, or Malone. Got to the puck after pushing him away. Zajac with it. He shoots it right in. And it's saved by Michael Lee Teslak. We've got 7:49 to go. 2-1 is the Sioux lead on the Fighting Sioux Sports Network.
At Lithia Ford Lincoln Mercury of Grand Forks, we didn't invent anything on any new Ford. Not one Ford Tough Bolt on the F-150. Nothing. We just invented the best way to buy one. Assured Cars and Trucks puts you in control with the information you need up front to make the smart decision. Get a new 08 Ford F-150 Super Cab XLT 4x4 just $28,699 or lease it for $339 per month for 39 months. Assured Cars and Trucks at Lithia Ford Lincoln Mercury of Grand Forks.
Well, there's the Husky captain, Jimmy Kerr, stuck in the penalty box for the remainder of this third period on a 10-minute misconduct.
Ouch.
You know it. Now Miller gets enough to clear the zone, but Van Wagner will poke it back in. Mike Van Wagner.
You mentioned it earlier in the game about stamina. We're going to see how both teams react here the last 7.5 minutes of the third game in 3 nights.
And a stop and play here with 7:13 remaining.
I'm sure the shifts will be kept very short. You see the Sioux are already changing. That was about a 30-second shift.
David Hackstall with Dane Jackson there. Trying to get North Dakota into the Final Five for the 6th consecutive year and 11th out of the last 12. No icing here. Jones trying to hold off Bennett Royer there. Rolls back to Drew Dobson. He fires it around. It'll come to Matt Stratton. And he gets it out of the zone. Martin's after it. Dobson over there. And Dobson took it away. But Kozak regained control and shot it in.
A nice hustle by Dobson, Pat. Get over there and cut off Martins.
We have not had any scoring since the 19-second mark of period 2, and that shot floats out of play with 6 minutes 25 seconds to go.
Yeah, we've really had, very rarely have we had a good scoring opportunity since then either. Think of one Michigan Tech had when Kinraid was in alone. And the Sioux did have a few opportunities, just never got a real solid shot off. But it's been a defensive battle.
Sioux are credited with just one shot on goal in this period. Tech with 2. Oh, they'll get a high sticking here, I think, on Ryan Bunger. No, a holding call on Ganaway. Well, they missed the retaliation there.
Wow, 6:19, certainly a big opportunity for the Huskies here. Get a shot chance on the power play.
13:41 the time. 2 for holding on Shea Ganaway. Tech's 3rd power play chance this evening. Nice save at the point by Dobson. Tyler Shalast, the man who was so dangerous last night and who scored Michigan Tech's only goal tonight. About 11.5 minutes into the game. Shalast leads the Huskies with 8 power play goals. Minute and a half to go on the penalty. Jeff Kinraid off. Here's a shot by Gwillem Block. Comes back to him. Kinraid off to Dobson. And Jimmy Kerr is missing from this power play because he's in the penalty box serving a 10-minute misconduct. So Gwillem is taking his spot out there on the left wing. Dobson, Kinraid, Gwillem. Kinraid with 1:07 to go. Malcolm Gwillem. Oh, pad save, rebound, Rouleau. Shot blocked by Chorney. And controlled by Watkins, who clears it.
Nice play by Matty Watkins, Pat, having the presence of mind, just take his time. Knew he had the time, pulls it over to his forehand, and he makes sure on getting it all the way downtown.
Well checked out by Finley. Here's a clean break for TJ Oshie. Oh, but the man coming off the bench, Eric Catalyst, broke it up. Back to Oshie again, fakes the shot around one man. Oh, he's taken down from behind. No whistle. And TJ looks like he will maintain his composure here. You don't need anything at this stage. Back of the net it goes. Ryan Bunger has it taken away and cleared by Duncan. 6 seconds left on the penalty. And this crowd is getting louder. Shalast in. Penalty's over. Pass blocked by Chorney. Sioux have killed it off. Tech 0 for 3 with the extra man tonight. Saving it, Kivisto in the slot. Poke back, Kinraid. Tied up, Watkins forces it out. Fans wanted something called there, but play goes on. Wow. Lead pass. And the crowd chanting, "We want Shepherd," as in Derek Shepherd, WCHA referee. Ryan Toole was the referee in the first 2 games, but
we want Shepherd or we want Denver? As in, that's who they play if they win this game.
I thought it was Shepherd, but
I think you're right. I like it. I like the way
either way,
yours works better.
But the league always changes the referee after the second game. But one referee does not work all 3 games if it goes 3. So that's why Todd Anderson is here tonight. Listen to the crowd saying, "Let's go Sioux." 3 minutes to go. Miller, Duncan backhand, turned aside by Teslak. Duncan steals it center, he'll dump it down. North Dakota with 2 goals from TJ Oshie tonight, who's out there now, number 7. He and Bina. Now it comes to Rouleau. Schwartz a long shot off the mark. Bina hustling after it. He breaks up the pass there by Kivisto. Trying to freeze it. Comes back to Catalyst. The freshman in front. Bounces to Shalast from his knees, blocked by Bina. Corney will ring it around. They've got to be tired. Here's Oshie. Flips it. And finally out of the zone. But Tech throws it back in with 2 minutes to go. Shea Genoway. Miller confronted over there by Kinraid. They're digging for it. Watkins back. Got by Van de Velde. This place ready to explode. Kinraid. His teammate Bunger lost it. Kinraid saves it for the moment. But here's a chance for North Dakota. A 2-on-2 now. Oh, Van de Velde poked away by Dobson. 1:24 to go. Are you on the edge of your seat?
Well, not many people. On the one across the way, there are not many people sitting down.
And down the ice it goes. No icing though, not far enough. Pipe pokes it back to the corner. Lead pass, a minute to go. Here's Kivisto in, the save by Lamoureux, cleared by Finley. Oh, what a save as Oshie comes back. Oshie tied up on the play, and it's cleared by Baker.
We've got quite a while, Pat, without a whistle.
Oh, man. How is your heart at home? They're pulling Teslak. The Tech net is empty. The Huskies with the extra man on. Here's Shalast right in the save, and Lamoureux will gather it in with 26.4 to go.
And Jean-Philippe says enough is enough. We're going to take a whistle here. I think it's just a matter of time, and we're going to get a timeout, but
and there it is. Timeout on the ice. This is the Fighting Sioux Sports Network.
Hard work, dedication, teamwork. These are values we all strive for, and no one demonstrates these values in our community quite like the University of North Dakota. Hi, I'm Mike Porter, President and CEO of Bremer Bank, Grand Forks. Bremer is proud of the University of North Dakota and all they've accomplished, both academically and athletically. Join Bremer in saying thanks for the excitement and the great example UND sets in our community. Bremer Bank, taking action.
We have 26.4 seconds left in the third period. North Dakota 2, Michigan Tech 1. Oshie has both the Sioux goals. And that Gopher fan is shown here on the big screen and gets some more boos. Jean-Philippe Lamoureux making 10 saves tonight, 22 for Michael E. Teslak, but he is on the Michigan Tech bench.
Oh, big face-off pad right here. The key for the Sioux is puck pressure and weak side help.
Again, Jimmy Kerr, the Tech captain, still in the penalty box. Shot by Shalast, hits the side of the net. Shalast again, had it blocked. Behind the net, in front, they whack at it, to the corner it goes. 10 seconds to go, shot high. In front, oh, tipped by Alex Gagne. They've got to hurry. Dobson a backhand and won't get there. The Sioux win it. And Lamoureux being mobbed by his teammates as North Dakota wins the series 2-1 with a 2-1 victory. And the Sioux will be on their way to St. Paul and the WCHA Final Five.
Oh, baby, that was close, Pat.
The fireworks raining down from the heavens here.
I tell you, the Sioux know they've been in a series. This was one hard-fought playoff victory for the Fighting Sioux. Hats off to both squads. This was playoff hockey at its best.
And our PS Stores player of the game, it's got to be TJ Oshie, who scored both North Dakota goals this evening.
Oh, no question, Pat. I said it last night. It was one of Gino's favorite sayings. In a one-game playoff, you're only as good as your best player. And the Sioux's best player was TJ Oshie, and he was outstanding tonight. Scores 2 goals, and the Sioux win the game 2-1.
TJ Oshie, the player of the game, brought to you by PS Doors of Grand Forks. North Dakota just picked up its 25th win of the season against 9 losses and 4 ties. Michigan Tech ends its season with 14 wins, 20 losses, 5 ties. But boy, they made this series interesting, coming back from a 2-0 deficit after 2 periods last night to bring us to Sunday night. But it's North Dakota going on to the Final Five.
I was just watching the 2 goaltenders, Lamoureux and Teslack. Kind of a mutual admiration there. There's two outstanding goaltenders, really played well. And again, Michigan Tech did everything they could, everything they had to try to extend their season. But again, TJ Oshie, PJ Lamoureux, JP Lamoureux.
There we go. Hey, who cares?
They make sure the Sioux once again get down to St. Paul for the Final Five.
And right before that stick salute, the Michigan Tech coaches were over on their bench congratulating Jean-Philippe Lamoureux, a nice gesture there. And with North Dakota now going to the WCHA Final Five, there will be a UND pregame party before every Sioux game in St. Paul at the Ham Building, just a block or 2 from the XL Energy Center. For more information, go to undalumni.net or call the UND alumni office. Final shots on goal. Tech outshot North Dakota 5-3 in the 3rd period, but the Sioux outshoot Michigan Tech for the game 24-11. Jean-Philippe Lamoureux with 10 saves tonight, and Michael Lee Teslack with 22. And the seniors are coming out for their final salute. Lamoureux, Ryland Kipe, and Robbie Bina. And what a nice hand they're getting. And Lamoureux, not superstitious about that stick. He lets it go.
Pretty special for those seniors. What a way to go out. Final home game here at the REA, and you win a game like this to win a series and advance down to the Final Five. Pretty fitting.
Boy, it was exciting. Final score, North Dakota 2, Michigan Tech 1. And we invite you to join us after this break for the Quest postgame on the Fighting Sioux Sports Network.
You've seen HB Sound and Light vans at churches, schools, and businesses around town. Why? Because HB Sound and Light is the region's premier full-service technology company offering commercial and residential design, install, training, and service. Let HB Sound and Light design a system within your budget that fits your needs. HB Sound and Light brings you the latest technology and makes it easy to use. They offer training and service on all systems. HB Sound and Light, a technology company.
Hey, that's a great gift. Sorry, that's a little too big. Sometimes, no matter how hard we try, things just don't fit. When it comes to kids in cars, follow these simple rules for the right fit every time. Seatbelts are for older kids. Smaller children need to be in a booster seat. All kids 12 and under should sit in the back seat for safe traveling. Give your child the most important gift. Buckle up on every ride.
Welcome back to the Quest postgame. Well, an exciting Sunday evening of hockey comes to an end with North Dakota defeating Michigan Tech 2-1 and winning the series 2-1 to advance to the WCHA Final Five. If you tuned in late, you missed all the scoring pretty much. Tyler Shalast gave Michigan Tech a 1-0 lead at the 11:27 mark of period 1. TJ Oshie tied it at 14:09 from Duncan and Genoway, and then 19 seconds into the second period, Oshie scores again, his 17th of the year, with the team skating 4-on-4 from Bina and Chorney. And that was it. And it's time now for the Dahlstrom Difference, sponsored by Dahlstrom Motors of Oslo, Minnesota. Mr. Scanlon, what is the Dahlstrom Difference tonight?
Well, Pat, on the surface, obviously TJ Oshie, we named him the player of the game. He scores both goals, displaying his incredible talent. First on the first goal, he uses his feet up to his stick, great hand-eye coordination. And then on the second goal, it's a goal scorer's goal where he one-times it under the bar and in. But I'd have to say the overall difference was just the pride of the program. Here the Sioux, they know they're going on to the NCAAs. Michigan Tech had to win this game to extend their season. But there's no way the Sioux are going to lose this game. They want it. I mean, it's expectations. This program is to get down to that Final Five year in and year out and advance in the NCAAs. And they go out there tonight and play an outstanding game, a playoff hockey game, and they come out with a 2-1 win, and they're going down to St. Paul. So, again, just to credit their whole program, their coaching staff, all their players coming out with a game plan and executing it.
So the Sioux will be in the Final Five for the 6th consecutive year, joining Colorado College, Denver, and St. Cloud State. As far as the other games still being played in Mankato, last we heard the Gophers in Mankato were still tied at 2 with less than 2 minutes to go in regulation there. We'll be back with some final comments on the Fighting Sioux Sports Network.
Of all the people in the world, there's only one you, and you relate